and welcome to Rise Unwind. My name is Dan. Each and every week I try to talk to people from across the country about things you can do right here in your neighborhood. And on this week's show, we got this. Do you guys have a way to stop the heartbreaking memories of exes and stuff like that popping up in the little stories that it provides for you? So I'm like, that was a great vacation. Now I'm depressed for an hour. Sorry, guys.
If you're into sports, the Miami Open is coming the second half of the month, so you can enjoy tennis and all the star-studded athletes that are coming as well. And the Formula One Miami Grand Prix is headed this way in May.
Well, now that we're in the tax season and some of us are going to get a tax refund, it's very important to make a plan, right? This is money that you have earned.
Mozzarella comes from there, but Bologna is the king of food cities, and they make bolognese. These bolognese pastas.
All of that and more right here on Rise Unwind. Do you ever feel like your budget could use a little more volume? Well, forget quiet penny pinching. Loud budgeting is taking over. Instead of splurging more, people are proudly saving, setting clear financial goals, and maximizing every dollar, including that tax refund. So here to break down how to make the most of your money in 2025 is Carlos Garcia, a personal finance expert. Welcome to the show, Carlos.
Hi, Dan. Great to be here.
So what is the first thing people should focus on when setting up a personal budget?
The first thing that people should do is create a simple plan. And I suggest to start with a 50-30-20 rule. And the way this rule works is that 50% of your monthly expenses should be going into your needs. That's your housing, your food, your transportation. 30% into your wants, and then 20% into your future you. And what I mean by the future you is your savings and your investments, things that you're going to need in the future.
So what are some of the biggest reasons people fall behind on their finances, and how could they avoid them?
One of the main reasons why people fall behind in their financial plans is that they set really high expectations, and it's hard to get there. So what I suggest is to start with a simple plan on a monthly basis with things that you can achieve, even if they're small. Now, once you are achieving these goals, use loud budgeting, which is something that it's trending right now in social media, by sharing with others what is it that you're doing in 2025 to save money. And by sharing how you're saving money, you'll perhaps create an incentive for others to start saving money the way you're doing it.
Tax refunds, they tend to be like a huge help. What is the best way we can make most out of that extra cash?
Well, now that we're in the tax season and some of us are going to get a tax refund, it's very important to make a plan, right? This is money that you have earned, so don't go spend it all at once. Keep it in your plan. But the second thing that sometimes we forget is that there are other ways you can save money. For example, companies such as Metro by T-Mobile allow you to get further discounts if you set your plans, you pay your plans in automatic. So set these auto pays and save money in additional ways. That's a great way to keep saving money month after month.
Can you tell us about Metro by T-Mobile's offer for new customers this year?
Yes, Metro by T-Mobile is offering new customers this year 4 Samsung A15 phones with 4 lines for $100 a month, and there's no ID requirements. Now, in addition, if you renew your plan year after year, you'll be able to get a new phone. So it's very simple, and it's a great deal.
Carlos Garcia, thanks for joining me this morning and helping us out with our financial planning this year.
Thanks for having me, Dan. Great to be here.
Where can we go for more information?
For more information, you can go to metrobytmobile.com and learn more. You'll also find access to other savings. You can save money even in gas and food, or if you're a soccer fan or a baseball fan, you can get access to MLS or MLB at Metro by T-Mobile.
Thanks again for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
Are you dreaming of a trip to Italy, whether it's strolling through Rome, indulging in the best pasta of your life, or discovering hidden gems beyond the usual tourist spots? Planning the perfect Italian getaway can get overwhelming, but today we've got the expert to help you navigate it all. Steve Perillo, president and owner of Perillo Tours, is here to share his insider tips for experiencing Italy in 2025. Whether you're joining a group tour or crafting your own adventure, let's welcome to the show, Steve. How are you, my friend?
I'm great, Dan. Nice to talk to you about Italy, my favorite subject.
All right, we got to start with your expertise. What are your top insider tips for experiencing the real Italy in 2025?
This is a very big year. You know, it only happens every 25 years. It's called the Jubilee, and it's been going on for 700 years with a few exceptions. So it's going to be busy, but it's going to be worth going to because they've spent 16 months cleaning up the city and the marble, so it's so beautiful, and they've closed roads off to traffic. So it's a really wonderful, magical time to see Rome. But it's going to be busier than usual, so you should get a travel advisor or a tour operator to help you. You can't just book a trip to Italy online anymore to coordinate all the tickets and all the hotels that are hard to get into, especially in the difficult towns like Amalfi and Venice. So ask for the help of a tour operator, or consider going later in the season, towards the off season when it gets cheaper and the weather's still nice, like early November. I was in Rome last November, and everyone was gone at the Colosseum. I had the place to myself around November 5th. So it's really a good idea to go when the crowds are not as voluminous.
And many people, I guess they just love the convenience of group travel. What are some of the biggest advantages of going on a guided tour?
Yeah, it's the ultimate inconvenience. You really just have to come. And it's even cost effective because we share the cost with the group, and the groups are not that big anymore. They're 25, 30, 35 people usually at the most. And you're sharing the cost of the transportation and the guides and even the hotels. So it's a great value. And it's very efficient, and you end up with more free time than when you go on your own because we see the site so efficiently, and we have afternoons off on many days. But the best part is the group itself. If you're a couple or a single, a tour is ideal for you. But we have a great time. We have so much fun at our dinners with wine, and we're always singing, and we're keeping in touch at the end of every tour. We've had marriages result from our tours. So that's the group tour story. They're a lot of fun, and they're cost effective and easy.
And I guess if you do want to explore on your own, what advice would you give to someone trying to make the most of like an independent trip to Italy?
That's the same thing, especially this year. You really have to use a travel advisor for help. Sometimes they charge you a minimal amount, or a tour operator charges you nothing. And in fact, it's cheaper to get our help because you need to get your skip the line tickets all around the country. And you have to make appointments to get into the Colosseum now, to get into the Vatican, to see the David in Florence. You definitely need a specific appointment time. So that's why ask for a tour operator's help or a travel agent. We have a 24-hour hotline, so even when you're alone and we've set up the trip for you, you can call us at any time for any matter, large or small. And we'll bail you out. Like if you miss your train, you need someone to reschedule your train. So that's my advice for individual travelers.
And Italy, it's known for its food, its art, its culture. Do you have any must-visit spots or like hidden gems that people should add to their itinerary?
No, they have their regional foods, which you should honor. The red tomato sauce and pizza comes from the Naples area. Mozzarella comes from there. But Bologna is the king of food cities, and they make bolognese. These bolognese pastas. They're wrapped and they're just delicious, and the sauces in the north are amazing. So it's simple food, but it's great food because the ingredients are always so fresh. That's one of 9 reasons to visit Italy, the food, but it's a major one.
Steve, I gotta go on one of your tours sometimes. You just tell it just right, all right, my friend? Where can we go for more information, maybe even book a tour with you?
Our website is perillotours.com, perillotours.com. Check it out. I spent a lot of time on that website. Check it out. It's got a lot of great information.
Steve Perillo, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you, Dan.
You ever feel like smartphones are changing almost every time we blink? Well, there's probably a reason for it. And Apple has got something exciting up its sleeve, and it might be your next upgrade. Today, we're talking about the all-new iPhone 16e, packed with powerful features, a sleek design, and, you know, a heck of a lot more. So today we're joined by two people. We got Francesca Sweet. She's the director of iPhone product marketing, and Jamira Austin from Apple retail team. They're here with the latest on this iPhone 16e and some helpful tips for anyone that is looking to upgrade. Welcome to the show, you two. How are you?
Great.
Well, love the energy.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, it's iPhones. I'm excited. And anytime there's like a new iPhone, I'm like, okay, what's going on now? How can I use this? I just upgraded mine to the Pro Max. I just love all the camera features. I use it all the time for television. So it's not just a thing that I throw in my pocket. It's kind of like my personal studio. And it's weird to say that a cell phone has become a TV studio that I use all the time. So, Francesca, let's start with you. Can you tell us about this new iPhone 16e and some of your favorite features, I guess?
Sure. We're so excited to introduce the iPhone 16e, and it completes the iPhone 16 family as a powerful and more affordable option. It's powered by our latest generation chip, the A18, which is going to give you fast and smooth performance, Apple Intelligence, and it's super efficient. So you're going to get incredible battery life, the best battery life of any of our 6.1-inch models. It features a really durable but beautiful design, and it has ceramic shield and water and dust resistance, so it can handle whatever life throws at you. It does have our action button, so you can very simply and easily access different features like visual intelligence so that you can learn more about the world around you. And we all love the cameras. So this has our 48 megapixel fusion camera, which has a built-in 2x telephoto. So you have kind of two cameras in one. And we have some amazing satellite features. So if you find yourself outside of Wi-Fi or cellular coverage, you can still contact emergency services or text with your friends and give you that peace of mind. So iPhone 16e packs amazing features, and you get that iPhone 16 experience at an affordable price.
So how does this new model compare to the iPhone from like a couple years back?
Yeah, you're going to get so many amazing features. It packs a ton of value. So everything from the incredible battery life, Apple Intelligence, great camera system. You're really going to have everything that you need, and you're going to feel that difference every day. Mm-hmm. So even for battery life, for example, we all know that we love that. Mm-hmm. You're going to be able to get up to 6 hours more in your battery in your day for, say, if you're coming from an iPhone 11. So you're really going to feel that difference in what you do every day, which is great for those that are new to iPhone or those that are upgrading and want the latest.
So you mentioned Apple Intelligence, and that's pretty much like a fancy way to say Apple or AI using Apple instead of the A. Can you explain these innovations and how it's going to benefit, or this AI is going to benefit its users?
Sure. iPhone 16e is built with Apple Intelligence in mind. And so it's going to unlock so many amazing experiences that help boost your productivity or allow you to express yourself creatively. And we've done this while taking an extraordinary leap forward for privacy. And so, for example, in our Photos app, we have the cleanup tool where you can just very easily eliminate these distracting elements in your image. We have image playgrounds, which allows you to express yourself creatively with unique and fun images. Or if you're just trying to text your friends and you're looking for that perfect emoji, you can just describe it right in the keyboard and come up with a Genboji. We have writing tools that allow you to have more dynamic writing. And Siri has even more context, so you can ask it follow-up questions, or you can ask it questions about the product, which is great for those that are new to iPhone. And all of this is done in a really privacy-protecting way. So many of the models run on device. And if we need to extend into the private cloud compute, we do that in a privacy protecting way. So you get this really performant and powerful yet privacy protecting experience.
Do you guys have a way to stop the heartbreaking memories of exes and stuff like that popping up in the little stories that it provides for you? So I'm like, that was a great vacation. Now I'm depressed for an hour. Sorry, guys. All right, let's talk a trade-in for people who have older iPhones. How do people take advantage of Apple's like trade-in program?
It's an excellent question. So if you are ready to upgrade, we have several trade-in offers that make it easier than ever to become an Apple owner. The Apple trade-in program, it's quick and it's simple. Customers right now can receive $120 in credit when they're trading in an iPhone 11 towards that new iPhone 16e. And with a carrier offer, customers can now get up to $599 in credit. And whether you're upgrading through a carrier offer or you're taking advantage of trade-in, we can support you in our stores, getting you all set up on your new device. And then once you are set up, you can come back and join us for a free Today at Apple session. We can teach you more about how to take great photos, videos, and use iPhone for your everyday life.
And finally, for somebody that's like trying to upgrade from an older model or maybe like switching to a brand new iPhone altogether, how do you kind of help them transfer their data and maybe get them set up for the first time?
Yeah, if it's been a few years since you've last upgraded to a new iPhone, we've made it so much easier to transfer all of your data. There's a few key ways that you can do this. The first way I'd say is to come into a store. We have incredible specialists who can help you seamlessly transfer all of your data from your current device onto your new device. We also have support for you online, just in case you don't have an Apple store nearby. So you can come to apple.com. You can go to the Apple Store app. We've got really easy steps that you can follow to transfer all your data and get your new phone activated. And then if you are moving to iPhone for the very first time, well, first I'll say welcome to the family. But the Move to iOS app is going to be your best resource. That's a great app that can help you securely transfer all of the data on your Android device onto your new iPhone. And that's everything, right? Like contacts, messages, emails, calendar events, WhatsApp content, you name it. So the Move to iOS app is available for free and can be downloaded in the Google Play Store. And if you have been waiting to switch to iPhone, now there's no excuse. It's easier than ever right now.
Francesca, Jamira, thanks for joining me this morning. Where can we go for more information?
I would say come see us in store at your local Apple store, or definitely please check us out online at apple.com.
Well, thank you, too, for joining me this morning, my friends.
Thanks for having us.
Dan.
Spring break plans, weekend getaway, or maybe you just need to escape somewhere warm. You know, Miami is calling you. From stunning beaches to vibrant neighborhoods, world-class arts, and a food scene that tends to never stop. There's something for everyone in the Magic City this season. So joining us today is award-winning travel journalist Juliana Traveling Jules Brosti to break down what makes Miami a must-visit destination this spring, plus some of the can't-miss events that are happening in March. Welcome to the show, Juliana. How are you?
Oh, thanks, Ben. So great to be here.
Okay. Miami tends to be a top travel spot, but what makes it especially exciting in the spring?
Well, you know, the weather in this spring especially is just perfect. We've got the sunshine, the low humidity, and so it's just good weather, just the right temperature, right? Not too hot, not too cold. I love to get out and enjoy the outdoors. There's just the blue water and also the color of all the different neighborhoods in the city and the destination. We have so many different places to experience, as well, culture, food, music, and live events. There's just something going on all the time. Something for everyone.
And you mentioned the Miami neighborhoods. How do you feel that they shape the city's culture, food, and art scene?
You know, I get to travel all over the world, and just coming back to Miami, this is such a melting pot, getting to feel like you're traveling to so many places all in one place. So I love to take a tour of the city through the food. There's Michelin recognized restaurants like Doya in Wynwood, which is the largest collection of mural art in the world. There's also upscale neighborhoods like Senora Martinez in Coral Gables. Yes, James Beard award-winning chef at Senora Martinez, and live music, such a cool experience. We have Little Havana, which is just a burst of Cuban culture, getting to try Cuban coffee, and just such a strong but sweet experience to wake you up in the afternoon. There's also a lot of outdoors adventures too. So to really get a taste of Miami, you have to go out and work up an appetite, going kayaking in Biscayne Bay, or taking an airboat adventure in the Everglades.
I talked to a lot of people from different tourist spots from across the country, and you guys are pretty close to us. So
I know.
especially for like the weekend events or a weekend adventure, if you want to just break away and go down there. What are some like must-see festivals or celebrations happening that we could do like a little weekend vacation coming up in this March?
Yeah, you're right. Just a little, almost not a staycation, just a little bit extra. Getting a chance to come down for any of these events is just magic. The music scene, Montreux Jazz Festival, is a world-renowned festival that comes only to the U.S. right here in Miami. There's also Jazz in the Gardens, which is R&B and jazz for 2 days. So you've got a couple opportunities to get into the jazz mood. The Open House Miami is a celebration of architecture and really getting a chance to enjoy the interesting culture we have. The Hampton House is one example of an event that offers an opportunity to get to know the destination's rich Black history and culture. We have the Flamenco Festival, which is coming, and that's a wonderful opportunity for Spanish music and dance, and you really get that world travel vibe at the Arched Performing Arts Center. If you're into sports, the Miami Open is coming the second half of the month, so you can enjoy tennis and all the star-studded athletes that are coming as well. And the Formula One Miami Grand Prix is headed this way in May, so put that one on your calendar as well.
I started looking at flights. I'm
I love
realizing
it.
for about $100 to get there, and it only takes about an hour. This sounds like a weekend I'm ready to plan. All right, where can people go?
I like
to start
your attitude.
Where can people start going? Where can people go to start planning their own Miami trip?
Yeah, the website Miami and Miami Beach is super helpful because there's guides on all the things like what should I do in this neighborhood, or I only have 3 days. What can I do in that amount of time? So it's a great place for planning. Miami and MiamiBeach.com.
Traveling Jules, you have the perfect job, and I am so envious of you. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Thanks for having me, Ben. See you soon.
As we get older, staying on top of our health becomes even more important, both physically and mentally. But did you know that having a strong relationship with your primary care doctor can make a big difference in how well you navigate these changes? New research suggests that seniors who see their doctors regularly, especially in value-based care settings, are getting better preventative care and spending less time in the hospital. Today, we have Dr. Robert Zorowitz, an expert in geriatric medicine and regional vice president of health services for Humana, who is here to explain why primary care is key to staying healthier longer. Welcome to the show, Dr. Zorowitz. How are you?
I'm great. Great to be here.
Okay, let's start with the basics. So why do you think primary care is so essential for some of our older adults?
Well, I think you said it well yourself. Older adults experience changes getting older, which can include the impact on not only physical health, but physical mobility, mental health, collecting medications, social context, and having a primary care provider who can assemble this complex jigsaw puzzle and come up with a comprehensive healthcare plan becomes increasingly important as we get older.
All right, so what are some of the biggest benefits seniors can expect from regular checkups with their primary care doctor?
The most important thing, I think, is having a provider that allows for trust and communication, who knows the patient, who knows what's important and what matters most. This allows for frequent checkups and what I like to call check-ins. Not only, doing the usual, let's listen to the heart and lungs, but how are you feeling? What's important to you today? How are those medications working? Can we make some adjustments in them? And allowing time for counseling, coordination of care, and discussing what kind of preventive screenings might be important to prevent and maintain health in the future.
Speaking of screenings and preventative care, what must-haves are there for people 65 and older?
Well, when we talk about must-haves, we must have diet and exercise. That never goes away. It becomes even more important as we get older. But also screening for things such as cancer or cardiovascular disease, hypertension, diabetes. These kind of diseases that can be quite common are better off discovered early when they're more treatable. Screening, asking about vaccinations for common communicable diseases such as flu and pneumonia is also important. And putting all, and I also would, I should mention depression, which becomes common as we get older. And putting all this together in a personalized plan of care that really focuses on what's important to the individual is a real benefit of primary care and prevention. And the good news is that this is usually covered by Medicare and Medicare Advantage plans.
And value-based care is something we're hearing about a little more often. How is it different from traditional fee-for-service model, and why is it especially helpful for some of the seniors out there?
Well, traditional fee-for-service care involves paying per visit, paying per service. And value-based care, on the other hand, is really valuing quality over quantity. And by paying for quality rather than just the quantity of visits allows for longer visits, more time to get to know you, to get to know what's most important and what matters most to you, and more time for coordination of care, counseling, education, delving into those issues of preventive maintenance. Value-based care also allows for having team-based care, which may include not only the physician, but nurse practitioners, dietitians, care managers. And that really allows for a much more comprehensive care that not only can prevent emergency room visits down the road, but hospitalizations, and in general, really allows an opportunity for better quality of life.
And if someone in our audience doesn't have a primary care doctor or is thinking about making a switch, what is the best way to find the right fit?
Sure. Insurance companies usually will have a number on the back of the insurance card, the membership card, and the member can call and ask for a primary care provider that's within network and within the geographic area. That's certainly the case for Humana members. And also carriers will usually have a website, and that will have a search function, again, that the member can search for a primary care provider that's within network and within the geographic area. For Humana members, that's humana.com. And I would also emphasize that it's always important to ask whether there's a primary care provider who focuses on the care of older adults, because obviously, for older adults, senior-focused care can provide benefits beyond just the usual care for younger patients.
Dr. Zorowitz, thanks for joining me this morning.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
And that's it for Rise and Unwind. I want to thank you for tuning in and checking out the show. If you actually want to be on the show, go to our website, riseunwindtv.com. Fill out the form, send us your info, and maybe we'll be talking on a future episode. Also, make sure you follow us, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's at Rise Unwind TV. And until next week, that was Rise and Unwind.